Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Um, Already there's people in the comments that are saying good afternoon. It's really nice. I am doing an assembly from my study this afternoon. I've got my nice bright wall behind me to cheer everybody up, hopefully on this Friday afternoon. I've got lots and lots of things I'm going to show you this afternoon, my lists of things to remember. So I've got all my names of my winners because I haven't got my certificates in my hand. The certificates are in school and they are with the staff ready to send out after the assembly. So either they will be given out if they've been written this morning by the staff, or they'll be in the post if you are doing your learning from home this week. I've also got a long list of special mentions, people to talk about the wonderful things that they have been doing while they've been learning this week. And then I've got a little activity for people to enjoy over the next couple of days, something that I think would really brighten up the entrance area of our school and would be really quite special during this time where we've had quite a few bubble closures. Now I'm going to say a good afternoon to Sid, who is watching from home. Hello, Sid. I hope that you are doing really, really well. Do you know, in fact, Sid, we're going to start with you this afternoon because I want to say a well done, especially to you, for all of the amazing writing that you have been doing. Your mum has sent me photographs of you and your brilliant sentences, lots and lots of writing. So double thumbs up for you, Sid. I'm really impressed to see that you've been doing really well with it. We've got another hello, and hello from Arthur as well. Arthur, I think I've seen your name somewhere that's going to be mentioned in a moment. So I hope you're watching with your mum or dad, ready for a really good afternoon. Now, I'm going to start with my Star of the Weeks. Star of the Weeks, we've got 9 classes, so 9 Stars of the Week this week. I've got my list ready so I don't forget anybody. We'll start with zebras. Now, zebras, Oliver in Zebras has been chosen for challenging himself with his learning and for being a super maths whiz. Goodness me, the Year 2 team and Mrs. Elford especially, as maths is her favourite subject, will be very impressed with you, Oliver. So well done for you for getting Star of the Week. In giraffes, it's Brian. Brian, for always giving your best effort. Well done, Brian. I know that you've had really busy days because I've been with you in breakfast club in the mornings, and I know that you have such a long day doing lots of learning at school. So well done, Brian. In gorillas, it goes to Madison E. Madison, you have always been considerate and you show such kindness towards the other children. So well done to you as well. That's brilliant. Do you know, I have to say, my favourite thing, one of my favourite things actually from this week, in fact, both of them have been things that I have noticed in Year 2, probably because Year 2 have been in school the longest this week. But there was a lovely smell when I was walking around the school the other day, and I could see that the Year 2s were enjoying a lovely popcorn moment. They had the popcorn machine outside, and the teachers had been very careful to prepare it so that there was PPE. They were doing all the right things to make sure that they weren't touching the popcorn, and it was shared out so the children could have their own popcorn and watch a little snippet of some Julia Donaldson videos that were on the screen. So that was really lovely for you. Let's see who else is joining us this afternoon. We've got George and Ali and Millie and Luca, all saying good afternoon. It's lovely. Well done for joining. It's really nice to see people at home and people in school joining in with our assembly. Now, on to Year 1. Let's find out who the Star of the Weeks are for Year 1. In leopards this week, it's Amelia E for trying really hard in all the lessons, especially with her phonics. And you have one very, very proud teacher there. Mrs. Revillis is extremely proud, Amelia, that you've been working so hard in your phonics. In tigers, it's Emily. Emily for trying really, really hard and writing some super sentences. Excellent. I would really like to see these super sentences as well that you've been working so hard on. Now, watching because you said good afternoon. So Arthur, well done to you. You should be really proud of yourself. You've been trying really hard on the Zoom lessons and having a really positive attitude. It's really strange, isn't it? Learning in the classroom and then learning on the Zoom lessons can be very, very different. But well done for staying focused and trying your best with those. Now, That's the year ones. Year ones, we are really, really missing you incredibly. It's so quiet when I walk past the pandas and the tigers and the leopards, and you're not there to say hello to and to wave from the door. But I know that you have really been impressing the year one team with all of the Zoom lessons that you've been joining in with at home. Okay, I have heard lots of wonderful stories about how well you're doing and how much the parents are enjoying being part of that as well. It's really good. Now, finally, we're moving to Foundation to find out who the 3 Star of the Week winners are in Foundation. We'll start with Crocodiles, and it's Archie. Archie has had a great attitude towards home learning. I know that you've been working really, really hard, and your teachers let me know that they are very proud of you, Archie. So well done for that. Then in Lions, it's Kira. And Kira, I've heard that you've been busy with Play-Doh at home and that you've made a Play-Doh Gruffalo. And I would love to see this. I'd love to see a photograph. So if you're able to share that with us somehow, then I think that's a great thing to share on our school news as well. A Play-Doh Gruffalo. And then from Bears, it's Solomon. Solomon for being really, really focused during his home learning time as well. Brilliant. Now, all of the Star of the Week winners will get a Star of the Week certificate. If you don't get it in school today or on Tuesday, then it will be sent home. So if you are learning from home, we will send it home in the post. Mrs. Smith gets all the certificates ready, all in the envelopes, and sends them out to you so you don't miss out as well. Now, I've got some lovely special mentions. I did say there were 2 things that really, really made me smile and made me feel full of joy this week in year 2. The first one was that lovely smell of popcorn that was working its way throughout the whole school. The second was that I had a really nice invitation to go along to Gorilla's class because they had a nice surprise for me. Mrs. Savage and the Gorillas then performed a brilliant song. It was there with the music on the whiteboard, and I stood in the doorway and I listened as they performed a song all about the Great Fire of London. They were even doing some signs, they were doing movements and actions to the Great Fire of London song. But you know, one thing that I've noticed is since I've been to visit you, I have not forgotten the year of the Great Fire of London. Now, let me think. I'm hoping I'm going to remember. But I think, Gorillas, that it happened in 1666. Now, I'm hoping I'm correct. If somebody can comment on the chat and let me know if I am right with 1666, but I'm sure that's the song and the number that you kept singing when you were doing that. So thank you for inviting me to come and enjoy that. It was lovely. I have also got a special mention from all the year 1 team that would like to say a huge well done to all the year 1 children for their Zoom lessons. And the same can be said for the Foundation children. Even though you are either 4 or 5 years old, you have been joining in brilliantly with your English, with your phonics, with your counting. All those activities have made it work all the better. So well done for that. Now I'm looking here to see if someone's telling me if I'm right with a year. And somebody is saying, yes, it is right, 1666. I think I need to share that song with everybody so everyone can learn the song about the Great Fire of London. Now, my next one, I have to say, this is a huge thank you to the parents as well, because this week I've had telephone calls from parents, I've had emails from parents, and parents have come to stop me in the playground and say a huge thank you for all the effort that the staff are putting in with making sure that the Zoom lessons can work as well as hoped. I have to say that when teachers at Heronshaw became teachers, I'm sure that none of them ever imagined that in 2020 we would be spending our time delivering lessons via a laptop or a computer propped up on an ironing board, a little bit like I've got at my home in my study. In fact, I will turn it around and show you how glamorous it looks to be delivering an assembly from home. Here we go. It's all set up. My ironing board with a box. But this is the glamour of doing an assembly this way. So yes, the staff have worked incredibly hard to make sure they've got resources and got everything in place to make it look really special and to make sure the children can keep doing their learning. Let's hope that this doesn't have to continue for too much longer. Who knows, but we keep our fingers crossed that they find a solution really quickly. Now, another special shout out is for zebras. Again, Mrs. Andrews is really impressed with the zebras, with their home learning that they have been engaged with. So it's really good to see that you've all been focusing again as well. Now, There are some ways that you can share the home learning that you're doing. For parents who don't know, Heronshaw School has got a Twitter account. We have got a Heronshaw Facebook account. And if you would like to follow us on those, you will see more of the wonderful things that families are taking part in and doing. And if you'd like to share what your child has been doing with a photograph of their work or a photograph of them with their work, you are more than welcome to add it to our Facebook account. Please check the code of conduct on there, parents as well, but you can put those photographs on and share them if you're happy to share your children's pictures, and they can go underneath the week's home learning, and there should be a place for you to do that. There's lots and lots of lovely comments from other families seeing the great things that you're doing, and I really feel it has that sense of community, brings everybody together, and we can all share the great things and feel even more connected during the time where we don't feel so connected to one another. Now, I've got one last thing to talk about, and this is my heart that I've been working on, because I have a challenge for parents and children over the next couple of days. I would like as many people as possible to try to create their very own heart. It doesn't have to be the same size as this. It could be A4. It could be a little bit smaller. It could be the size of a Post-it note. But I'd like you to think about all the reasons why you think that Heronshaw is a fab school to come to. The reasons why we love Heronshaw. Now, my heart, I have started to cut it out because I want these cut out hearts. They can be on all different colours of paper and card if you want to. You can decorate it with pictures. You can colour it in. But please write the reason why you love Heronshaw. And I've written, I love Heronshaw because the staff, children and families support each other when it really matters. And what I'd like to do is to collect all these hearts. We will put them in a special box and where we can leave them for a couple of days, and then we will put them up in the entrance area, and I will take a photograph that can be shared with all the families of all the reasons why we love Heronshaw School. Okay, now I hope that you all have a really lovely weekend. We are not in school on Monday, so there's a reminder there that Monday is an inset day for the staff, so we will see all of the children back on Tuesday. Okay, now it was great to see everybody commenting. Thank you very much from the last few comments, and have a lovely weekend. Take care, everyone.